Hello, welcome to Boardings with Niramas. I'm Joseph. I'm here with Drako, and we are going to start off a playthrough series of a bunch of episodes, I reckon. I don't know how many there will be, I don't know how long the campaign is, and I don't know how long each episode will take and so on. But it's Descent Legends of the Dark, new game from Fantasy Flight Games. This is the third or fourth iteration of Descent. I haven't played any of the other ones though, so I'm excited to get into this, but I have played Star Wars Imperial Assault, which has a similar system, right? So I think I will get straight into this, and it's gonna be a nice sort of, solo slash playing with Drako playthrough series. But to get started, we are going to start off with actually like doing all the setup and all that, which is something new for me. I never done this in over 5 years of the channel here, 1,300 videos or whatever, but we never done a unboxing and setup video live in a live stream, because I always thought it was a bad idea. I always thought it was like, what, people don't want to see me sit around and like punch stuff. But I'm going to do it tonight because I need to get it done, and I thought it could be nice to do it hanging out with people here in the live stream instead of sitting by myself doing it. So I am going to do it, but we are going to also, this is the app. So this game, we will go back and forth between the app and the table, and I hope that everything will work fine. I've tried to set everything up. The one thing I haven't set up yet is the green screen camera. So that's the plan for next up. And speaking of which, I think I will actually, let's see, I think I will actually do this. Oh, and the music goes away when you're not in the app, which I think is really boring. I'm gonna see if there's a way to fix that, because I think that's a bit boring. I like to have that music going even when we're not in the app. Otherwise it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like music and then not music and the music. I don't know. I'm gonna look at the settings. But as you can see here we are on the table. Well, you can see my screen as well. This is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna have my screen here. I'm gonna watch the app there. I'm gonna watch you guys over there, or the chat, whatever. Then on the table I'm gonna play the game. And then when we go into the app, we're probably gonna have to do some adjustments here. We're gonna have to see as we go here. Now today I'm just gonna, of course, set everything up, but I think this mat should be, we have this lovely Descent mat, but it has to be a bit more to this side. Anyway, all those fine tunings will be done later on, but I have the open, I can go back and forth now. So now I'm the app. I'm gonna show you things here, we're gonna do things so on, and then we're gonna go back here, we're gonna do build stuff out here, we're gonna move our heroes and so on. I'm also gonna put a, wait, now the music continues, right? Yeah, it does continue as long as I am over there. Okay, that's fine then. I'm also gonna put a green screen filter on the whole thing, so that when I roll dice, because you do roll dice in this game, it's not gonna matter if we're out here rolling dice or if we're in here in the app rolling dice. So you're still gonna see the die on top of things. That's my plan, and I think that's gonna work out nicely. But we're gonna start out here. I'm gonna start on the table with this huge box. It's so big. Drako can hide behind this. Now it's gonna get smaller because I think this is gonna come down when we remove. I think there's lots of punch outs on the top here. Hey Daniel. That's how it usually is when it looks like this with a board game. From my experience, that means that they have all the punch outs there, and then we can lower the lid once we get everything punched out. Now, this is also a little bit special. I guess that's why we're doing this live stream, which I usually don't do. Is that we're gonna have to build a bunch of 3D terrain. And yeah, I thought that could be nice to do on camera, because maybe I can help someone out. It's probably more likely that I will struggle with assembling it. I don't know. I did assemble a bunch of game inserts last year though. We also have some promo stuff. And by the way, all of this nice, the game, playmat, all the promo stuff, got all of it from our main sponsor, Game Maniacs. So go check out gamemaniacs.sc. If you live in the Nordic countries, you should buy your board games over there. This is so nice. Yeah, so we have some Gamegenic premium health dials, so nicer health dials. And we also have some promo cards, which is kind of cool. I just realized this when I went into the, I'm going to show you right away. When I went into the options of the app, there's the Hobby Next promos that I could click, and I do have those, so I can enable that. Now here we only have the volume controls. I tried to set the music up a bit as well, because I felt like it was fairly low for most games. Like the standard setting was very low. But I don't see anything here, and there's no other options. I wish there was like a thing like in Gloomhaven or in other games where it says like play in the background, then the music would continue. But I think we're fine as long as I just do my keyboard shortcuts. Because now the music will keep playing even if I go over here. It's just if I click something over there that it's going to get messed up. Now I don't need a playmat obviously because I already have a playmat on the table. But it's such a cool idea this if you're playing on like your kitchen table or whatever, you don't have a, like you have a hard surface. Because you're gonna have cards out here, you're gonna pick up cards and so on. It's so good to have a playmat, and it also looks amazing. So let's get into the box. Let's start going here. It's gonna be hard to get everything in the video frame, but it doesn't matter. I'll show you things after we go here. So here's the main box, of course, with the box front. And let's start off with a learn to play. And by the way, if you're watching this afterwards and you're just here for the unboxing, you just want to see unboxing, or you just want to see the 3D terrain or whatever, there's going to be timestamps down here on the timeline for the video, so you can just click that later on, not if you're watching live, but you can just click that and just go straight to, like, oh, I just want to see the 3D terrain. Then you can jump to that, because it's probably going to be a fairly long live stream going through all this. So learn to play. I am going to read through that before we do the first mission. Haven't decided a date, but I'm planning for probably Monday will be the first day where we start actually playing. Also, I will have a hard time having this set up on the table when I'm not playing, because I do a lot of other stuff on the table. So I will try to do maybe like 2 days back to back. So we'll do maybe like a stream on Monday and a stream on Tuesday, so we can finish a full scenario, and then I can pack everything up, and then I'll be back maybe like Friday plus Saturday or something like that, because I don't think we can do one scenario in one evening, because it seems to be like 3 hours or whatever. That's a bit too much for me to stream on the table that long. I think I need to, yeah, we'll see. Lore guide. I think this one is just, here we have the world, sort of. I think this is something like, yeah, a lot of lore. Might read a bit about that as we go. Here's instructions for how to assemble all of these 3D pieces. And I'm happy that they have instructions. So we're gonna need it, I think. I'm not that good at that kind of stuff. And Realms of Terranaut. Is this a continue your adventure and explore Realms of Terranaut? I don't know, is that a... Ah, okay. So that's an... No, it's not. Is it an expansion? Oh, it's a role-playing game. Okay. That's not really our thing. Okay, look at this. Here we go. Minis. And also, what I see right away is that these minis, they don't look like standard minis. They don't have this boring gray. Let's remove the lid so it doesn't gloss as much. If I can... here we go. Yeah, it doesn't, well, actually, these are the heroes. These have the standard grayish style. They still look good though. Oh wow, yeah, they look really good. Nice quality plastic as well. But the monsters are all, I don't know what this color is called in English. It's almost like goldish or light brownish or whatever. So the monsters all look like this, which I think means, because I have been considering what I'm going to do with these miniatures, if I'm going to paint them at all before we get going, or if I'm just going to go with some kind of paint. I usually do some kind of wash or paint before I play the game, right? Hey Buster. I think I'll do this tomorrow, unless it's like totally raining here. I need to be outside. I think I'll spray paint these. Maybe not spray paint them. I still want to keep, I like the idea. I really like the idea of the monsters and the heroes having different colors, so it's easy to see on the table what is what. That looked really nice. Let's see if I can get camera to focus well by doing that. Look at her shield there. That looks really cool. I mean, that with some wash. All the details. And then a crossbow on the back. Yeah, I think if I do some wash on these, I usually do my, what's it called, like sun flare or sun glare or whatever. Like basically what I do is I spray them black and then I spray them white from the top and then I wash them, and that they pop nicely like that. But these guys already have sort of the color that I usually am looking for. I like this color for minis, so I think I might just wash these with like brown, like an earth shade wash on top of these. I think that could be enough to make the details pop a little bit. Wait, how did you fit in there? These bases are pretty cool as well. I've seen pictures of this, that you can put like a little thing here to indicate which monster it is, because you might have multiple wolves or whatever, and then you can have color bases. But instead of putting it like around them like they usually do, in here you can just slide it in. Sounds really cool. So, well, anyway, back to the unboxing. Lots of nice minis here. They look really good. They look really, really good. Wow, look at this kind of ghoulish. Looks like the Plague Herald from Gloomhaven. Nice. We keep going in here. We have another layer. A nice organization as well. I think sometimes when they do these like plastic things to hold miniatures, it just doesn't make sense. Like it's like they will still rub against each other or rub against things. Well, these might do though. I don't know. It's hand there. Because if I'm gonna paint them, then I don't want them to rub against anything. Here's the 6 different heroes we can play. And again, they look really good. That's actually pretty cool minis that they have. Like this guy has this whole flying bird or whatever it is. Can you focus, camera? Come on. There we go. So, yeah, really nice detail. I think I also, in my research, well, my Board Game Geek checks, you know what, Drako? There is like a dragon guy in here. He's like a half dragon or whatever. So, you know, obviously Drako wants to play him. I'm gonna play 2-handed solo, basically. And Drako will sort of handle one of them. Okay, so that's that layer. Then here we have some bigger things. Is this just terrain? No, okay, I see now. This is this must be like a boss or something. This is something you can build. So there, and then the wings. Maybe this is like the final boss or something like that. You just have to, you just click this. You don't need to glue this though, I don't think so. Just put this together. There you go. That's a cool, like Dragon Lord or whatever. It looks so good. I mean, these wings. If we get some wash on these, they're gonna pop. Oh, wow. Okay, this is quality minis, guys. Well, it is Fantasy Flight Games, you know. I'm not surprised. I think they also went all in on this because this is their big, like, franchise, you know, bringing Descent back for new game. And I like that they're also building on the sort of thing they started with Mansions of Madness, and then with Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth, this whole thing with App Assistant. Because I really like App Assistant. Like, if the app can handle all the boring stuff in the game, like upkeep and how much damage this and this monster has and so on, then I'm thankful. I don't mind that at all. I don't get why people don't like apps. Well, some people. I love them. I think we should implement as much digital as we can into board games, but also, of course, keep it board gamey, so it doesn't become PC games. So, I think Mansions of Madness and Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth did that very well. They had a good balance of that. You still felt like you're playing a board game. So here all our terrain, and we are gonna have to do a bit of punch out here. I'm not gonna start doing it really right now because I'm still in the unboxing part. But that's what the second half of the stream or whatever it's going to be. It's gonna be me punching out and assembling lots and lots of 3D terrain. There's a lot of it in here. And yeah, there's all like it's not just map tiles. We've seen that in you know, old Descent, in Star Wars Imperial Assault, in Gloomhaven, in other games where it's like, oh, now you're in a room, so now you have this. But this is actually 3D, so you're gonna have like lifted up terrain. You're gonna have 3D objects like pillars and treasure chests or whatnot in here, which is so cool. I think that's gonna raise the feel of the game a lot, and also it's you know, in color. Like, you can get, I mean, I've seen some people do some 3D painting for Gloomhaven and so on, but then you have to sit around and paint all that as well, because it doesn't look good otherwise. Yeah, so much work to do if you're gonna assemble that yourself, like from a 3D printer, but this is gonna be sweet. It's gonna look great, I think. We have some cards. So here we have like a hero turn. So this is, during your turn you can perform one maneuver, which is movement, and 2 additional actions. And the way movement works is, well, depending on what character you have, you will have a different amount of movement points. I like that system. Then you have explore, fight. You can maneuver again, ready to flip a card, which is also interesting. I read a bit about this. And a unique action that some, you know, we can have from items or whatnot. And then you have some dice results, and here you have hero conditions and enemy statuses. So that's of course a bunch of statuses. Not the usual ones though. It's not called like poison or whatever. It's called like enfeebled or exposed, and yeah. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, I think we're gonna be able to like pick up items and go. This is like a campaign, of course. So it's like make choices, and that will affect the campaign. All that stuff that I love in these kind of games. Really excited to get into this. We have some dice as well. So we have 3 different colors, and well, this is different sizes as well on all 3. So yeah, and they're for the dials. I think these are for the dials, which I probably won't use them because I have those fancy promo dials. Here's the bases. I gotta try this out. This seems really cool. Really like this idea. So if we have like a purple enemy, I'll just grab something here, whatever this is. Some kind of goblin or something. So if we want to keep track of him, we just, okay, there we go. So now we can see that this is the purple goblin. And then when the app tells us like, oh, the purple goblin, it's not gonna say the purple goblin, but it's gonna show this guy with the purple, and he's gonna like move against us, attack, or whatever. And we know that this one is not the other goblin. Really cool system. It really clicked in nicely there as well. Wow, that's a super good. Just that is just such a good idea, innovation there, because back in Imperial Assault, which I played a lot back in the days, you had these little stickers. So you had like a blue 8 or whatever, and then you could put it on one of the stormtroopers, and then you knew that he was the blue 8. And then you had a red team, like you had an elite team of stormtroopers that were red. And what I did in the game was, in my story was Imperial Assault, I painted the bases like blue or green or red, like on the side circle around the bases. So I didn't need to use the sticker because they're all painted. I could just see that that's the blue team or whatever. But this is a super good idea. I really like this idea. I hope more games will implement this. And I like this idea more than the rubber rings as well, right? Okay, here's the characters. So we have... Let's open this up. Let's go through them a little bit. By the way, let me know in the chat. Is the sound... How much do you hear the music? Like, how... Is it too loud? Is it good? Is it... You know, let me know about the sound levels, because I hear the, you know, I can't really tell from my position how it sounds for you guys. So here we have Bryn, Human Avenger. So this is movement points. It doesn't move that much, I guess. A lot of health though. It's like a tank, I guess. Has a special ability, and then uses black dice for attack and defense, which I think that's the worst, right? Because it's a 6-sided die. Yeah. Now you can also flip these character cards. So then Bryn here will have another, I think the same stats, but that will have another ability on this other side. And that's one of the things you will do. And you also get like, I don't know what it's called here. I think it's called like, I don't know. You know, like in Star Wars Imperial Assault, it was called like Strain or whatever, right? What was it called? The little blue-white markers. You have like a... You can sort of take on you. He or she, I guess, I don't know, can have the maximum of 1 fatigue, maybe it's called. And then if you take that fatigue, you can do some kind of special ability. But then when you're at maximum fatigue, if you would have to take more, because the whatever effects in the game might force you to take it, then you will take damage instead. So you need to like rest. On this game I don't think you can rest, but you can flip the card and then you get rid of it. Then we have Varix. Here's, yeah, Dragon Hybrid Outcast. This is something for you, Drako. So this seems to be a little bit more, less health, can heal. Okay, maybe it's a support guy then. And Chance, the Hyrnix Rogue. I think you were also able to switch characters, like during the campaign. I hope so. So we don't just get to play 2 out of these 6. It would be fun if we get to experience more of them as we go. The Dwarf Artificer, Kelly. And Galadin, the Elf's Huntsman. Oh, this is probably my guy. I like range, like archers. So this looks like an archer. That might be my character, we'll see. Don't know what this is. Some kind of lava? Oh, this is like terrain, I think. Yeah, this is kind of like spikes or water. So these are different kinds of terrains we'll use together with the cardboard, I think, to form the terrains. Okay. Well, there we have the heroes. Then if we keep going here, there's some sleeves in here. And I have, again, I did do some research beforehand, because I didn't want to sit here and just guess when I'm, you know. So these are sleeves that you're supposed to put. I wonder if these are a bit glossy though. You're supposed to put, like, if you will have like 2 weapons or 2 items, and then you put them back to back in here. Then you can flip them to go back and forth between what you're using. Really cool idea as well. I look forward to trying that out. It looks really nice. Now Eric over at Game Maniacs, he sent me these as well. So he sent me some. This is right now it's my favorite sleeves, because they have the matte sleeves in a bunch of different sizes. So I really like these. What is Arcantinman, right? I'm confused. This is Arcantin. Yeah, Arcantinman Morgan sleeves. So he sent me these, which are matte. That's not. Is that? Yeah, it is the right size. Okay. Yeah, that was very nice of him. So he was thinking about me. He knew that I don't want to make videos with glossy sleeves. So he sent me these as well. A bunch of them actually. So I will be able to sleeve all the cards as well. And speaking of cards, here's a bunch of cards. And this is like items, I think. I don't want to look too closely at all of this though, because, you know, I don't want to spoil anything for you or for myself before we start playing. But here we have like a dusk plate. So it says, during your or an adjacent hero's defense, add 1. I don't know what that's called, like the plus symbol. It's not a success. It's like, I don't know. I'll learn stuff as we go. And on the other here we have mud potion. So, and that is like an upgraded version of the same item. The armor with a little arrow there. So the idea is that we could have like these 2 armors. We'll put them back to back in a sleeve, and then we can flip them, so we don't need to use the same armor all the time. Sounds really cool. Alright, so there we have the cards. I don't know how we're gonna organize this, if we need the baggies or not. We'll see as we go. I think the music's pretty low for you guys, right? It's pretty loud for me, but I think it's pretty low for you, because I don't think the microphone is picking it up. I didn't do it through the computer, I did it just through the microphone, because I didn't want it to be too loud. More potions and stuff, and again, I don't want to look at all of this stuff, because I don't want to... I'm gonna see what the Learn to Play tells us, like what are we supposed to look at what point, and so on. Right, so that's the layer there. Now, I don't think there is that much more in here. And now I'm confused, because that was like the bottom. So what we need to do now is we need to lift this. Wait, how does this work? Oh, there we go. So this is... now I'm confused. What is this box then? Okay, here's the here's the bottom, where we're gonna put all the 3D terrain that we have built. And this also has like a... This piece is, from what I understand, let's see if I can get it. I don't know, are you supposed to take this out? I think so. Yeah, because I saw some picture. This is supposed to be, this is a part of the map as well. Like you can use this as a huge piece, like a castle or whatever. So that's pretty cool. And you also have this box. You have a box in a box in a box, basically, in this game. So here we put all the 3D terrain. But how do we use this? Oh, I guess this is like where we put the 3D terrain. Then we put this on top, like it was, and then we put the stuff in here, like all the miniatures and whatnot. Okay, so it's gonna look like this even when closed then. Okay, it's gonna look like this even when completed. Okay, well it looks nice, I guess. Just gonna take a full calyx space, I think. All right, so that's the box. Let's end the unboxing in a sense. Gonna move that out of the way. I'm not sure. Do we? Yeah, let's have this at the bottom there. We usually throw Fantasy Flight games, those wooden or cardboard insert things. I usually just throw them away, and we'll see if I need to do that with this game. So now we're ready for the next step, which is punching. But before we do that, let's also take a quick look at the promos. I don't know how you get these promos. Maybe, I don't know. I got them from with the game. I don't know if everyone gets them with the game if you go buy it now. I'm not sure. So there's like new weapons and stuff. Yeah, a bunch of different weapons. And here it says exclusive weapon art. This contains 12 cards for Descent Legends of the Dark with all new custom artwork. Ah, they replaced the 12 starting weapons. Okay, okay. So it's not new. It's okay. It's just different art. Okay. Oh well, that's pretty cool though. Well, I'm gonna find the. I want to find the original ones and see how different they look. Whatever those, I don't know where they are though. This seems to be like conditions and stuff. Yeah, this is like wounds. Huh. So where's the, is it in, well, here's items. Can we see it on the color? This is kind of like greenish. Okay, there it is. So here's the mirror blades. And this is the promo. Am I don't know. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Okay, okay. Now I see it. I didn't see it at first. It's like find if you're looking at two images and you gotta find what's different with them. So if you, can you guys see what the difference is? It's not huge, to be honest. It's different handles on the swords. Okay. Well, I don't know how much that matters, but of course I'm gonna use the promo stuff because why not? Okay, so we're gonna fix that as well. We're gonna switch them out. Then we also have these dials. Now the original dials, I assume, is in here. They have to be punch out right. Here we are. Okay. So these are the original ones where you put this one on top of that, and then you get a number showing in the little, yeah, in the little window there. So I guess these, you know, the deluxe ones will be nicer. Oh yeah, the deluxe ones has like a. This is like the ones Jim Jenick did for Keyforge, which is amazing as well. So the material here is nice, and it works the same. You have the little number showing there in the top for your health, and then you can just spin this. It was very easy to spin, actually. Maybe too easy. Need to press this a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so they do look really good. So we're gonna use 2 of these, of course. And then finally, promo-wise, we also have this little box, which says the Hybrid Centurion promo figure for ages 14 plus. So this Drako, you're too small for this actually. But let's see what this is. Oh, okay. This is the guy. This is that guy that I just showed you. But this one is already washed. Oh, nice. Nice. Look at this. He is already washed. Look at the wings there. Yeah, this is sort of what I was thinking that I wanted to achieve on all the monsters. By getting some earth shade or some brown wash. And just wash them like this. I will get this effect, like it will pop more. Let's put him next to the... I'm not going to assemble him again, but... Let's just grab the wings. Yeah, here you can see the difference. So, that's interesting. So we have 2 of these guys then. I don't think we're going to need to. Which means that this whole thing here... This might be a case where I assemble this and I wash it with the other ones. And then I'll just place it on a shelf somewhere. Just have it as a decoration in my studio. Because we don't need to have doubles here. I don't know. Maybe we can have doubles. And he has his own place here. Which is awesome. I just hope we can fit that in the actual big box. But I think we should be able to, right? Alright. Sweet. I didn't expect that. That is so cool. I wish, of course, we could have gotten all of these pre-washed, but I don't know if that is even an option. So, let's start off. This music is a bit repetitive, but it's fine. As long as you guys don't care about it. I don't think it's too loud for you. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit for myself. There we go. Just have it as a background. So, let's start punching. I have no idea if anyone even wants to watch me do this, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, I'm not sure. Am I even gonna punch these then? I think I'll do it anyway. Because these I could, yeah. And I punch these anyways. Because I don't really know what I'm doing right. Since I don't really know exactly what I need and so on for the game, I'll just go through everything here. And also, if we don't, I don't think we need these at all. And if we don't need them, then I will probably put them in another box. I have other games that have life counters in different ways. But that in those games, I would prefer to have them as dials. So I can use these in other games. I'm trying to think of one right now. What is it? Like, I mean, Marvel Champions has dials. I think it's, I think Aeon's End. I think Aeon's End has... Yeah, Aeon's End only has, like, you put the little markers on your board. You could have dials in my copy of Aeon's End instead. I have a huge box. I have the Legacy box for Aeon's End, where I have all my Aeon's End stuff in there. So getting 4 dials for that could be sweet. And then I'll just keep the promo stuff in this one. And, you know, when we're done with the campaign and so on, if I end up selling this game at some point, then I'll have the... I don't need these. Nobody's gonna want them. It's better to have the deluxe stuff. Premium, I think it was called, right? So, we'll start organizing stuff. And as I said, this is the first time ever that I'm doing this on camera. Punching a game. And it feels a bit weird because I don't think most people are that excited to watch it, but it is what it is. If people want to watch it, they can. If they don't, then I will still need to be here doing this no matter what, right? So let's get it on camera. And also, this is a little bit special because this is a sort of episode 1 of a playthrough series. We're gonna do this to get going for the actual playthrough series. It's not just any board game that I am punching and then I do one playthrough. So yeah, let's see here. It's gonna be a lot of 3D terrain to build, of course. I think I read on some forum or whatever, like Board Game Geek forum, someone said this takes like an hour to build. So there you go. And don't want to miss anything here. But you guys can, you know, keep me company in the chat if you have any questions or anything you want to ask me about the game or about the channel or whatever. Or any topic you want to bring up, whatever, then let me know in the chat. We can have a chat while I do this. So... And then it's nice that this, you know, this game doesn't have that many tokens, I think, because a lot of stuff are handled by the app, which is so good. I love that idea for these kind of games. I used to say that I wasn't like, before Gloomhaven, I used to say that I wasn't a big fan of dungeon crawlers, and one of the reasons for that was this whole upkeep thing. Like, oh, these little tokens everywhere, and then this monster, it's moving, but you also have to bring his health with him. And then maybe there's no organization like idea to make that happen, so you just have to have them on the board, and it looks terrible. Here's a pillar. And yeah, it's different kind of terrains on the different sides. I wonder if there's like, oh yeah, they do have numbers here. That's gonna help. And this looks like it's gonna have like pillars or whatever holding it up. However that works, it has little cutouts there. This is gonna be so much fun to dive into a new campaign game. We just finished Gloomhaven on Steam. Over 100 hours on video on stream. And was it 67 or whatever scenarios played. And then we replayed some scenarios and so we did some grinding and all that. So we're done with Gloomhaven. For now at least. I hope sometime in the future there will be the Forgotten Circles expansion for the digital game as well, because I never played that, so that would be super fun if they release that and I can continue the campaign. But you know, I still have my save game and so on, so maybe, or maybe I'll just, you know, in 6 months or whatever, I might feel like, oh, I want to play Gloomhaven again, and then I'll go back and do a new campaign or something. Probably not the whole thing on camera again though, I don't know. I mean, it seems like people enjoyed it, so I'm always a little bit like, as a YouTuber, I'm also a little bit like, I don't wanna bore people. Like, I don't wanna scare people off. I don't wanna do stuff that people feel like, oh no, now I get another notification that he's doing Gloomhaven and I have no interest in Gloomhaven. So yeah, I don't wanna be a spammer, if you get what I mean. I hate like the whole clickbait thing or the whole spammer thing myself. So I'll try to avoid that. Of course, you gotta promote and so on in some ways, but you know, don't want to do like 30 promotions for the same game. That's silly. And kind of room. Another big piece of these, like 16A. Yeah, it's just like Star Wars Imperial Assault. I think we're gonna have a pile of those map tiles, and then when we get told to pull out a certain one, I'll have them in number order. For Gloomhaven, I actually had like an office file system, like a big file with plastic dividers, and then I just had them in there. I could just go through them like a filing thing. It was pretty good actually. I don't know how many there are for this game, if that's needed, but that's something I would go to the store and pick up if needed, just to make it set up and everything quicker, especially since I'm going to live stream this. That's also a new thing for me, that I'm going to live stream a game where I need to do set up things during the game. Like, oh, we found a new room, then I have to set up new things. If I do that normally, I would do a playthrough, right? Well, like a recorded playthrough. And then I just cut out the middle pieces, so the viewers don't need to see that. But in a live stream, that can't be done, so I will have to sit around. Yeah, I mean, if people enjoy it, then they will watch. It's like pros and cons to doing it live. The pro is, of course, that I can get, you know, feedback or whatever, like interaction with the chat as we do it. And if like people can help me out, give me advice, I can let you guys decide. Like if there's choices in the game, like, oh, should we go this way or that way? You guys can chime in. and tell me, okay, what do you want to go? What do you want to do, right? So that's really fun. Then it's not just me and Drako playing. The downside, of course, is that it takes longer. Because you guys, I can't, like, if I'm gonna shuffle a deck, like, I don't shuffle decks in this game, I think, but, like, I don't think I would live stream. I was considering, because I just got them from Game Maniacs. I got Dominion and the Prosperity expansion, which is old games, but it's one of my favorite games, and I haven't done a video for them on the channel. And when I was doing my top 100 games list this year, which I am working on, like, it's ongoing. It's gonna continue on Sunday. It's going to be 50 to 26, so you can check that out. It's going to be a live stream on Sunday evening, where I keep talking about my favorite games. Anyway, when I did that, when I was doing the actual list, then it, you know, when I do that, I have like videos playing in the background when I talk about like, oh, this is my number 35, and then the video plays in the background of me playing the game when I did my playthrough. The thing is, though, there's a bunch of games on my top 100 list that I have never done a video for. So then I just have a Board Game Geek page instead behind me, which is not as exciting to watch. So some of the games on the top 100 I can't really film, to be honest. Some of them are like, you need to be like 3 or 4 players or whatever, and yeah, like some kind of deduction games. It's kind of hard to film with Drako, even though Drako has a really good poker face, as you might know. But yeah, it's hard to do. So I don't think I can get all 100 videos made for all 100, and then they shift, of course, between the years. So, but I'm going to try to do it for as many as possible. So, like, Dominion is one of those games that's going to be on the list for a long time, I would assume. And I just felt like I want to make a video for Dominion, and I can do that with Drako. And it's an awesome game, even though it's an old game. I think, well, it's like, I don't know how old it is. It's like 15 years soon. So anyway, I am going to do a video for when Drako and I play Dominion. But that's a game that I don't want to do live stream, because then you have to sit around and watch me every time. You shuffle so many times in the game, like, oh, shuffle the deck, and then you have to, like, that would be such a long video for no reason. It's much better I do that pre-recorded. I go into post-production, and I just remove all the shuffling or just speed it up, right? So that's one kind of game that I think is it's not suited for live streaming deck builders. I guess I live streamed the Hero Realms back in the days. It's on the channel, but another archway. But I think, yeah, I think Dominion is gonna come pretty soon. I am excited to do a video for that, since I love the game, and it's also one of those games that I like just sitting down and playing and making a video for, because I don't need to read the rules at all. I know that game inside out. Another map piece here. So many map pieces and more terrain. I don't know what all of these are. We're gonna have to look at the little guide to figure out how all of this fits together. This might be a full evening project, but I'm fine with that. I kind of scheduled this evening to be all about Descent. And it's gonna be so much fun when we can start playing as well. When we can start playing and experience the campaign here, it's gonna be amazing. I hope. Okay, another one done. Goes pretty quickly. And speaking of these kind of games, I should at some point, I've said this many times, but at some point I really need to get into and do a playthrough series of, that could be streamed as well, of Imperial Assault, Star Wars Imperial Assault. I really like that game and haven't played it in years. But there is an app, so you can play solo or co-op. So that would be really fun to do on camera. Yeah, Buster is saying that he should like Dominion, but he never got into it. But yeah, it might be who you played it with. Like, Dominion is, I really enjoy it when I play it with my gaming group, and everyone knows the game so well that it's just boom, boom, boom. It's my turn again. There's like no downtime, and it's so smooth, right? I also played it with noobs. I taught Dominion to a bunch of people back in the days at like game events or game nights and whatnot. And of course, then it's slower, and it's not that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Is that like a gate for a? That's cool. Yeah. So and I mean, Dominion is. Some people say it's soulless because it doesn't have a theme, which is true. There's no theme in Dominion. You don't really need it though. Like it's so quick, and like we play one game in like, I don't know, 20-25 minutes. I really think you should play with prosperity though, so you get the big money. That's the most fun ones. I haven't played all the Dominion expansions. There's like, I don't know, 10 or whatever out, or even more. And the newest ones here, I haven't played those. And I don't like when they overcomplicate that kind of game. It's like a little bit what I felt they did, Fantasy Flight Games did with Keyforge. Where Keyforge started out, I loved Keyforge, I still do. It's a really, really good game, but every expansion set added like more mechanics, more things to keep track of, more remembering effects. And it just becomes like, I liked it when it was smooth and quick and easy, Just easy, just quickly, boom, 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 someone wins, you play another game. It's fun. And maybe Dominion has the same. I guess all games have the same problem in that sense that, oh, we're gonna do an expansion, so what are we gonna add? Well, we'll add new mechanics or new ways, and oh, now you can do this all of a sudden. You have new tokens, you do new stuff, which could be fun, but it could also be increasing game length and increasing complexity in a way that is not fun. So, all right, Marvel Champions is the same thing. I think base Marvel Champions is the most fun way to play it. It's like, oh, it's so cool to get this new hero. It is. But then it comes with this, like, 10 things that you need to keep track of and remember. And this boss works this way. And I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm just getting old. I am getting old. I'm turning 40 in just a few days. So on Wednesday, I'm turning 40. Which, I don't know. I don't really care that much. It's just a number, really. Not like something changes on Wednesday and all of a sudden I'm middle-aged. But yeah, still. It's what it is. Let's... By the way, I like this. It's good pieces. I feel it's good pieces. It's like pretty thick cardboard. I've seen way worse. We're almost done. We're almost through the punching, which I think is the most boring part of this stream. So hang in there. We're almost through it. Then it's gonna be fun when you're gonna sit around and laugh at me when I try to figure out how to assemble this. I mean, Draco's obviously laughing at me, but then I always tell him, like, well, you do it yourself with your little dragon pawns. See how easy it is, right? That shuts him up for a moment. Oh, and yeah, if I ever played Enchantress. Yeah, Enchantress is a pretty fun game. I played that a bunch when it came out. For like the base one. I know there's been expansions of that as well. It has some really cool... I really like the part in Enchantress where it had... you have like an item. But then you add like a attribute to it. So you could have like the boots of strength. Or the boots of persistence. Or whatever. Like you add two cards together and they become an item that has, or like a skill or a spell or whatever, that also has an attribute. And depending on what attribute they have, then that changes the item's effects, sort of. This is a lot of messy stuff here on the playmat. Probably shouldn't punch this on the playmat, I guess. I always do that on my playmat and then I have to brush it off for a while. Oh, is this some kind of ballista, I think? That looks nice. Let's put everything that is kind of stonish in here. Then we have the woodish over there. And here we have trees as well. They look really nice. Everything looks really nice in this game so far. Here we have the trees. They should be pretty easy to assemble, I think. Oh, this one even has some moss on the bottom of it. Looks great. I have a huge weak spot when it comes to board gaming for things that look good. I guess most people do, but I know some people don't care. They're like, as long as the game mechanics are fun, they don't care, right? The hardcore Euro players. I'm turning more and more into a Omni gamer. Well, I have been an Omni gamer for a long time, but I used to see myself as more of a Euro player, but these days I would say I'm more into the thematic fantasy stuff and all that. And I think also the channel, you know, with my taste, the channel will also change as my taste changes over time. So I think like up ahead you will see more of these kind of games like Descent and Gloomhaven and stuff like that. And less of like Stefan Feld and Uwe Rosenberg. I know some people might think that's sad, but there's already a bunch of those videos on the channel as well. I made hundreds of playthroughs of Euro games, so. I realized a little bit now that Essen-Spiel was. I was watching all the new games. I wasn't there, but I was watching all the new games coming out. And some of them I was like, yeah, could be fun to play once or twice. But wouldn't I rather have a big campaign game that I can play 20 times and have fun with? And by the way, last night I did unboxing as well. I recorded an unboxing for Sleeping Gods. And that looks amazing as well. The follow-up to Near and Far and so on. I love Near and Far. So Sleeping Gods is gonna be super cool. I think basically after we're done with Descent, we're gonna get into Sleeping Gods. That's the plan. So that will probably, I don't know when that will be. I don't know how long this will be. I really have no idea, and I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to know like exactly how long this campaign is and so on. So we'll see. And I think this campaign also has some like side quests and stuff. So I think it's the campaign and then there's like side quests and so on. So we'll see how long it will take. And I don't know how it works. Like I need to figure that out. That's in the rulebook, of course. But like if we fail, if it's like in Gloomhaven, if we fail a mission, do we just redo it until we complete it? And then we move on? I don't know. I mean, Star Wars Imperial Assault didn't work that way. There it's like if you fail, then you just move on to the next one. But you get like a worse, you know, you get the bad outcome, which means like the next scenario might be harder, or you're not getting as much money or whatever, so you can't buy the new cool items, all that stuff. So depending on that, that could also affect how long this playthrough series will be, of course. And that I do want to know, but I'm just going to read the rulebook. I'm not going to read the rulebook on camera though, that would be silly. So I'm going to do that maybe tomorrow off cam. And this is some kind of creature, right? Like a tail here. Which I find a little bit weird because all the other monsters or whatever, the big dragon monster or whatever is, they are in what's it called? In miniature. So why do we have a cardboard? Was this the same guy? The wings? No, looks like bones and stuff. Maybe this is not an enemy. Maybe this is just a piece of terrain. But it's like a, yeah, it could be like a big dragon skeleton, actually. Like a dinosaur thing that you have in the museums, but this is for a dragon. Why don't we have those in this museums? I don't know. So we'll put this whole thing over here. Hey, Yime. Oh, that sounds like a good price. Ime is saying that he found this game for 100 euros on his website and thinking about getting it. I think that sounds like a good price. I think this is like 100, closer to 150 euros in most stores. I don't know what the euro is at right now, but something like that. It's an expensive game, for sure. So, I mean, if you like these kind of games, then if you watch the playthrough series that we're about to do, then you can get an idea of if this game is for you and if it's worth that money. Now, also, I always, when I buy games, I also always consider the fact that it's not like you're spending 100 euro then and it's gone. Like when you get bored with the game, or after a while or whatever, you play through it, then you can always sell it for probably like, I don't know, 70 or 80 or whatever, like on the second-hand market if you take good care of it and so on. So maybe you can even raise the value if you like paint it well and all that. So I always consider that when I buy games. There's always a second-hand market, so it's kind of like buying a. I mean, board games keep value pretty good as long as they don't get damaged or whatever. I'm just looking at this. Did I miss anything? That would be so typical me to miss one piece, and then I'm sitting there like, oh, how do I assemble this because I'm missing a piece? Well, I don't think so. That's all the punch outs. I don't know how long that took, but it's done. We need to get all this mess off this here. So now, this is... Wow, I thought there would be more map pieces. This isn't that much. This is way too few to get one of those organizers that I talked about for Gloomhaven. This is like, I don't know, 4th or 5th of what Gloomhaven had. But I guess they're double-sided, and then, of course, they will combine in different ways with terrain and so on. So yeah, it's fine, I guess. So, you know what? Next step... Oh yeah, Buster, you can always, and that goes for everyone. If you ever want to ask me a question or send me something privately or whatever, you can always see, can I just put that out there? I think I have that ready. Now the music will go away because I'm messing with OBS. There we go. You can always send me an email, bgwniramas@gmail.com. Whenever, if you ever have a question or an idea or whatever for the channel, I'm happy to read whatever you want to send me. And I do think we should have the music back there. I need to click the right window to have it working. Okay, so are we ready for this thing? I think so. The other thing we need to do, of course, I need to look at this guy again. Looks so cool. Really nice. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna, or Sunday, depending on the weather here, because it needs to be, it can't rain if I'm gonna have it dry outside. I need to take care of all these minis, get them a nice wash. Well, if I'm just gonna wash them, I can do it inside, but I want to spray. These guys I'm definitely going to, the heroes. Let's see if I can lift this out. No, without hurting it. There we go. Here's the archer that I will probably play because I do like archers. So these I will spray, and I will do my sun drop style, which is my own sun drop style that I don't think I came up with it, but I kind of, I don't know, I just thought it was a good idea. So I done a video for it as well, where I do it, where I did for Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth. I have a painting video for that. I should remove my email, by the way, that was just for there. So what I do is I spray the whole thing black, then I spray it from the top with white. There we have the music, and then I have the sepia, it's called sepia, wash, which kind of turns it out sort of into looking like these, like in color. Now I want these to be different in color, so I think I will do like brown on these, and I'll do maybe a little bit of sepia on these. So I want them to look different, because I really like that they did that in the actual game, that they look different like that. Alright. Are we ready to start assembling? I think so. I just need a quick drink. And actually, let's first remove everything that is not about the assembly. The game didn't come with any baggies. I just realized. Which doesn't matter for me, because I have thousands of baggies. Right here. It's just a little weird. They usually send baggies with games. So let's just grab whatever baggie I have here, start putting stuff in. I might mix with this later on, because I have a lot of these containers from Folded Space, different kind of insert parts that I'm not using for any games anymore, because I got like a big box or whatever for Terraform Mars, whatever. So I have a lot of those. So I'll probably put all the tokens in those later on, so that it's easier to grab. And also I need this game to be easy to set up and pull down, because the plan is to do like maybe 2 days a week or whatever I'll stream, and in between I need to clear the table. So I don't want to deal with these baggies every time. So I'll make something, or maybe a, what's it called, like a tackle box or whatever. I have a bunch of those as well. I'll fix something off cam. But for now, I'm just gonna put all of these in a bag so that we get them off the table, because these are just tokens. So on the table, not right now, I just want to have everything that is going to be assembled. Right, to have some kind of organization here. And it's also going to help me out, because otherwise I will look at these tokens and be like, how are they going to fit in here? And it's like, they're not supposed to. So let's gather all of this. And it's not that many tokens. As I said, most of the things are handled by the app, so I do like that. Okay, so let's get this over here to Drako. You can play around with that, and the dice and all that. And the same goes for the dials. Well, the dials are in here to be assembled. It's just those. But the thing is, though, I am not planning. I'm going to use these dials, the deluxe ones. I'm not going to use these. I'm not going to use these dials for this game. I'm going to take these. These are very generic. There's doesn't have a game name on them. So I'm just going to put them in a bag to the side, and then I'll figure out if I might want to use them in like Aeon's End or whatever. That could probably be a good idea. So I'm still happy that I have these. So let's just put that in there. I have so many things around for board games. I have like a wardrobe full of extra stuff that I don't know when I will be using or for what, but it's there, and I don't like throwing it away, because one day, like if I'm gonna prototype, I have some ideas in my head and so on. Maybe one day I'll do another Drako game after I release the first one, obviously, which I haven't done yet because of the whole COVID thing. But one day I might want stuff for a prototype, so then I have lots and lots of cards and tokens and things and plastic stuff laying around in my wardrobe. So one day I might pull all of that out and start prototyping. We'll see. I have an idea for a cooperative adventure game. Of course with Drako in it. So that's done. Now let's do the fun part. So we'll start off. Oh, they even have an instruction for this, which is, yeah, that's cute. You don't need that. Okay, I think we'll put this guy to the side as well, because we're not going to use him. We're going to use the assembled, this one over here. So, and you can go to the side, and that as well. And we're not going to use these sleeves, because we're going to use the matte sleeves instead. So here we have some columns. Or maybe you should start from the beginning, actually. So barricades. Is it just one? No, it's two. Okay. So barricades. So are they different? No, I don't think so. I think these are the same. Oh, and now it says like C102, which it doesn't say on them. It said on the thing that we punched it out from. So maybe they would have been smart to do it that way, but I didn't think about that. That's typical me. But I think we can just figure this out. So these are just go together like this, right? And I say that as if it's easy, and then I'm sitting here and like, oh, I don't want to be too rough because I don't want to break anything. Okay, so here we have barricades. And they weren't that easy to assemble, but they will be really tight though. They're really snug, so now it's not like they can move anywhere. Next up we have a large table. So we're looking for, I think I saw that in here. Because it looks kind of special with the top. Here we go. Well, the art on it doesn't look like that. That looks like some kind of inscribing. The shape is right though. Don't tell me already that I get confused. No, here they are, okay. Or, yeah, no? Huh, why do they show it like that then? Don't do that to me, game. That is annoying. I have 3 pieces that look like this, but they don't really look... Are there other tables? No, it's probably them. It's just that... they're like overdoing it. I don't like that they do that. Like, this table looks way nicer than this actually does in real life. It must be this. And again, if I had kept it in the thing, then I would have known. Yeah. Okay, so here's a tip for everyone who's doing this in the future. Don't punch everything out like I did. Look at this and then punch, like, oh, we need this, and then you punch that out, and then we need this, and okay, that would have been much smarter. There you go. I'm just gonna check real quick. I don't think we have anything else that even... No, we don't have anything else in that shape. So then it is those tables, yeah. Okay, so we need one of these. We need one of these. Well, 2. And then at the bottom we're gonna have... Okay. What piece is that? Wait, so this has... Yeah, this is the time when you guys can... Yeah, don't punch out before assembling. I was like, I'm gonna be organized. I'm gonna do this in an organized way. I'm going to take it step by step. I'm going to get everything punched out, lined up, and then I'll start assembling. And then I just realized, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. It's fine though. We're gonna figure this out. And this is pretty fun. I mean, the good thing with doing these kind of puzzle things is that the more we get correct, the less pieces we have. So then we can start, you know, figuring stuff out just by excluding what it can't be. And let me just organize this real quick over there. So different kinds of pillar sizes. And that, and the archways, and that goes to the big dragon thing. Okay, so now I can see a little bit more what I'm actually looking for here. That's the same, all of these are the same. This is stairs, I think. And all of this is just wooden, so it's not in here. And that's stone. Okay, so yeah, at the logical conclusion is that I can't find the piece I'm looking for. Unless I missed something, which I don't think I have. That would be weird. So what am I looking for? I have these. And the weird thing is, these are... There's 6 of these. Just that it shows... They just look... Let me look again. No, it's the same piece. It is the same piece, right? No, it's not. It's not the same piece. If that is that one, okay. Oh, yeah, they are different. They are different. I'm stupid. Well, I'm not going to say that over and over because... But they are different. As you can see, the things point upwards. So we do this. And they are different. It just looks the same. Yeah, there we go, Buster. I'm here. I'm only here to amuse you guys on a Friday evening. Let's see, how do we do this in a good way then? Do we have it like this and then put this on? Or do we do it in parts? Is this possible to... Yeah, okay. That can be done. You gotta take it from the top. Be careful not to mess up the corner. I don't want my game to look bad. These are very, very... Oh, that's not a lot of space to maneuver in though. But okay, I think this is fine. So we have a little table. And look at the table, like this looks nice. This piece here, it looks like, you know, markings in the stone. But on the top it's just flat. And if you look at this up close, then you can see that that has like runes or whatever marked into the table. And that's not true, which I don't like when they do that. Because that's like false marketing. I don't know. That's like, okay, so I'm suppose it's gonna look like this, and it doesn't. Like, why did you show that then? Okay, so we'll do this 3 times. So this is like that. Yeah, there you go. So we have those, and then we'll just assemble these. I think we'll go one at a time again. I think that was smart. The first one is easy there. Then this one we have to take from below. No, I didn't. Like, this is the table there, and this is the other side. It looks the same. There's no runes or whatever. That was my first thought as well. Like, maybe I just turned it upside down, but it wasn't. I don't know. It's not a big thing. I just don't like that. I don't care how the table looks in that sense. I just don't show me something that doesn't exist. Like, so let's get this together here. I'll have to be careful doing this. I don't want to mess anything up. I remember back like 2 years ago when I did my first assembly and review for E-Raptor Insert, which is kind of the same idea with just no glue and just click things together. And like the first ones I did, I was like, oh, it's probably like this, and like put it together, and then like, oh, okay, now this little thing broke off. And yeah, I used to joke about that's why I do like board games or like digital, I like gaming, because I'm not that, I shouldn't have been a carpenter or whatever. Like, it's not my strong suit in life to... I prefer using my brain to using my hands. That makes sense. I wish I was better at like assembling things or hammering or screwdriving or whatever, but I'm not. I guess it's a matter of practice though, if I got into it more. Which I did with E-Raptor Insert. You know, after a while that was quick and easy, just assemble everything. Okay, we have another situation here. So here we have a little table, a round table, and that shows... Okay, this time, look at this. This actually has the little... Why aren't you focusing today, camera? Come on. This actually shows the little things on the table, right? Just like they do here. So then that makes me happy. Then it looks like it's supposed to look. Let's get some legs for the table. It should be these. And do they have any? Yeah, okay, so we need one of these and one of that. But then we can do this. And then we just put this, and now we gotta make sure we get it the wrong way, so the right way, so we get the lovely items on the table showing, right? we go. This was pretty easy to assemble. Now we have a little stool, or a little round table, I guess. So we'll keep doing these. Get a pen and add runes. Yeah, I could, I guess. That's not something I'm great at either, to draw. So many skills lacking. It's like when I paint miniatures, I never feel like I'm good at it, but I usually get like a good result. I'm like, oh well, it looks nice. Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Table legs. Yeah, I definitely weren't planning when I got the game a few weeks ago. I wasn't planning to live stream me assembling all of this, but then I thought, why not? Let's get something. Oh, that's kind of crooked. Okay, that's fine though. Thanks, Buster. I'm happy if I can entertain other people. Any other hobbies? Yeah, I don't know. These days, to be honest, it is mostly gaming. Like, I mean, it's not just board game. I game a lot on the computer as well. And on console. Like, these days I don't play console as much. For some reason, I prefer sitting in my couch, playing games on my TV together with friends. Like, back when I had a girlfriend living with me, then we played a lot of Nintendo and PlayStation and so on. When I play by myself, I prefer the computer. But other than gaming, I don't know. I've done a lot of different hobbies through the years, but last 2 years or so, it's been mainly just gaming. And I like fixing in my garden though in summertime. I like planting stuff, but I'm not that great at that either. It's not like I know all the different plants and all that, but I enjoy it. Here's a cauldron, I think. So this is the same idea. We just do this and then we'll place the cauldron on top. So yeah, like gardening, and that is nice as well. Okay, it's the other way around, of course. There you go. That wasn't too hard. Stop laughing at me, Drako. There we have a little cauldron. Nice. Alright. Then we move on to some kind of altar. And I do remember seeing that piece. This is the one with the candles. There you go. So then we need that. And we need, that's a funky shape. There's probably not that many of it. It's probably that's probably the only one. Let's organize the wood pieces a little bit as well. That will be helpful later on. Then I might find this piece while doing this. The book. They're really detailed. I mean, some of these are really detailed. Some of them are like kind of generic, but I like it. There we go. There's the one I'm looking for. So this sticks out. This is the only one of this type that goes there. Then on top of that, it's like this, right? No, it has to go all the way. Okay, so the book is supposed to be on top. Yeah, it's supposed to go all the way down. Is there another? Oh, this is the only piece. Wow, this feels like I need to use some force, which I don't want to. But how else would I do that? Yeah, this is supposed to be in level with the candles. Hey, Doug, I am, which is kind of crazy. I never planned to do this. And I thought it was a crazy idea. Like, who would want to see me sit around and try to put things together? But then I thought, it's Friday evening. I'm going to start my playthrough series of Descent. I'll start off by doing this. Like, unboxing, getting everything sorted. I'm even gonna sleeve on stream. I never done that before either. I'm gonna sleeve cards in a minute. Not in a minute, in a while. When I'm done with this assembling. Hope you're doing fine, dog. It's been a while. I watch some of your videos from time to time when I have time. So I think you play this one, right? Or maybe I'm just confusing. There's so many channels that I watch. I know Rob's Gaming Table did this, and I didn't watch it though, because I don't want to get spoiled, but I know he did it. And Rolling Solo and... Hey, Loquitur Gaming, I never know how to pronounce your name. The bookshelves, oh, we haven't gotten to the bookshelves yet, so that sounds scary. But there we go. That looks like a little altar, right? Or what's it? It's not an altar, it's like it's like a preacher... I don't know the English word for this. Where the preacher stands and reads the Bible or whatever. I don't know the English word for that. Predikstol in Swedish, if that helps. Anyway, now it's time for a well. Sounds great. Sort of. So we start off, okay, so this is the thing here. So this is the well piece. Okay, so we need that. We need the thing that is... Wait, what? What's that? Oh, it's in here, probably. That's why I haven't seen it. Oh, it's a lectum. Interesting. I'm learning new things here. Another reason to do this in a live stream is that I can learn English while doing it. These pieces are for the map, right? I don't think they're assembled pieces. I'll put them in the map pile stack over there. I don't feel like they belong here. But what is this piece I'm looking for? I don't get this. This one. That big thing. It looks to be in wood. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Here it is. It's only one of these. Okay. So that goes... like this, right? Okay. This seems fine so far. There we go. There's the well. And then we need... oh, it's supposed to go all the way down. There we go. Then we need some... we need these. Oh wait, that's 3. Is that the thing? Oh, this is annoying. This is annoying. This is like IKEA all over. Look at that little thing. It just shows it sort of from the side. But it is, yeah, it shows 3 arrows. So it is this thing. This one. Yeah, because this one is supposed to go in the middle. Okay, I think we need to assemble this part first then. Like this. This is like the base of the well, or like the outside of it. Yeah, like that. Okay, there we go. Then we'll put this on top. It's gonna look great once it's done, I think. Yeah, there we go. We have a little well. And then we just need the roof. And, oh, I thought this was ballistas, like they were shooting huge arrows from. This is this is pieces for the well, like this. Okay, for the roof. Could have been ballistas. Wasn't that off, but yeah, I kind of missed some other pieces. Now I need some kind of base for them, but that's fine. And roof piece, it's wooden, it's a little mossy actually. Not there. No, this is not. What am I missing? Two little flat pieces that. I hope it's not one of the. This is treasure chest, I think. I hope it's not one of these cases where it's full. No, here we go. Where it's full sauce. It does have a little green. Is it called moss in English? It's called that in Swedish, and I just whenever I come to a situation where I don't know the English word for something, I just say the Swedish word, but like in English way, and just hope it's the same thing. Yeah, it's gonna look amazing on the table. I can't wait to start playing. I think in a few days here we'll start the actual playthrough. And the only thing that worries me a little bit, but maybe you can help me out, Doug, and other people in the chat that already play this. How big is it gonna be? Like, how much table space is it gonna take? Because if I do a little pan here, my plan is to have that on the screen right there so I can see it, and then I have like the stream stuff over there. And this Drako's still here. So like, I guess it's not bigger than this mat, right? It must be that it's not bigger than the mat. Oh, thanks, Buster. It is moss. So I assume if I do something like this, I don't know. I can zoom and whatnot as well if need be. I have other cameras. I can do other angles if need be as well. But if I do something like that, I should be able to have like 2 characters and then build the actual map, right? I'm just worried that it's going to be too huge, so it's not all going to fit on camera. That's my only worry there. It is a table hog, yeah. But what do you think? I mean, it shouldn't take more than the mat, obviously, right? That's why they made this mat this way, I guess. Otherwise, it would look really bad if you have to go outside your mat if you're playing on like your kitchen table and you don't have another playmat under it. Oh, it's gonna take up the mat, okay. Yeah, I'm mostly worried about here, like if it goes too far here, because then I can't have the screen there. So I don't know how to set that up in that case. Oh, another question for you guys. Could I, like, if I'm on the map and I'm moving with my characters, do I ever need to go, like, well, maybe that's spoilerish. I'm thinking, do I ever need to go back? Or could I just, like, remove part of the map as I go? That would have been helpful. But maybe that's spoilerish, so, yeah, I don't know. I assume there's missions where you're supposed to go somewhere, grab something and run back or whatever, so then you need the map. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue with the roof here. Oh, it shows the dimension boundaries in the app. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to... I don't think we can. If we go over to the app, we can just do campaign, right? I don't think we can, like, see... Yeah, I don't want to start campaign here and maybe get, like, an intro or whatever that I don't want to see right now. Well, we'll do that later when we start the playthrough. So let's get the roof on the well. Oh, okay. It's supposed to also go into that. There we go. And yeah, the moss is gonna gather on the top here. It's gonna meet up there. Okay, most of the time I don't need to backtrack. Because my plan is, again, I talked about this earlier in the stream, but I don't think you were here, but my plan is to, because I think the scenarios are too long for me to do a full stream in one sitting, because I want to keep myself fresh and focused and all that for the game and for the chat and for the stream. So my plan is to do them in episodes, so like I'll do them back-to-back days. So like on Monday I'll start this episode 1, or this is episode 1 I guess, but the episode, like the first scenario of the campaign. And then I'll keep the things on the table, and then on Tuesday I'll do the second half, sort of. Then I'll do days back to back like that, because I need the table for other stuff, like for other recordings most of the week. So yeah, that's the well. It looks nice. I am happy with that. So we're starting to get a good set of things here. Next up, we are doing archways. They look pretty easy to do. Famous last words. So they also have like moss on them, yeah. So they're just supposed to be like this, I think. I don't think it's any fancier than that. It does look well made. I remember back when, I don't know, early summer or whatever, when I read about this game, that, oh, they're gonna, I think it was the, was it Gen Con? No, it was before that. I don't know, when they announced it, like, early summer, I think. And then it's like, oh, it's gonna be 3D terrain. And I remember thinking like, oh, well, I hope it looks good. Because I've seen some other examples of 3D terrain in board games that's like, I don't know. So far, this looks amazing though. So, and I mean, they put a lot of into this. I think this is, you know, their big flagship for their like Descent is their own IP and everything, right? So yeah, there we have a archway that can stand over there. Over the little lector, I think that's called, right? Lectum. Yeah, there we go. And that's 2 of those, right? I assume. Let's just keep going. I don't think the sides matter that much. It feels like they have an inside and an outside in some sense. And second one done. You go over there. And now we get into, okay, here we go. Bookshelves. This is the one I heard about from you guys. So bookshelf time. They look pretty cool though. So we start off with a back piece, which is this. Well, maybe not. No, we don't start off with that. We do that last, but we need that one. We need one of these with the. We need 2 of these with holes in them. So that's like. Are they different, or are they all the same? They are different. Okay. Because they will go. Yeah, they will go like that. Okay. So we have those 2 pieces. We'll do one first and see if we can make it happen. Then we have the shells. Okay, so that's the. Oh, it's the ones with the sliders, whatever that's called. I'm just making up words now. That's what I call a slider. The other ones are like this. They're solid. So I think we need the ones with the. Yeah, we need these that have the little cutout there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I also heard really good stuff about this game. But it's one of those cases where I don't want to watch anything because I don't want to get spoiled. So therefore I don't know that much. I just go by rumors. So now we need one of these pieces. And again, this looks so good. But they're in the wrong orientation. Like all the little potions and whatnot in the books are on this rotation like that. But on the image it shows them that way. But if I do that way, then nothing is on the back. Oh. So am I missing something? Because if I go that way, then they're upside down. Well, I guess they are upside down, and then you just turn them, or? No, they're in the wrong. Okay, this is confusing. Why does it show it like that then? So it shows me that that's that piece. It shows me that this piece connects with these like this. Let's do that first then. Oh, they're not all, okay. We don't, yeah, they're not all like that. Some of them are solid. The top and the bottom are solid, okay. And again, if you ever do this, people, if you're watching, don't do like I did and punch everything out. Keep the things, keep them in their punch out thingies, because then you can just look at the number here. You can just find the right one right away. I made it so much harder for myself, for no reason at all. Okay, so you go there then. So that's the top shelf. Then we take these ones that have the sliders, as I named them. And there's another one. And then we do a solid one. But why do they look different? Look at this. This one looks different from that one. Because this has like a little outlining on it. And that makes me worried that they are different. They are different. It's not much, but a little bit. So I need to look at this thing really closely. Oh, the top one has the outlining. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's put this at the bottom then. And then put the one that looks nicer with a little outlining at the top. And, you know, always learn by my mistakes. That's how I do my videos, right? And that's done. Okay, so we have that piece. Now, here comes the issue. Because this, if I slide this, it's gonna be the wrong way. If I go by the image, if I go by the image, it's gonna be like this, and that's not how it looks. It looks like that, but now they're upside down, so I don't get it. So what am I missing? It has to be the other way around. I have to turn the whole thing. There's no way around that. And then that's gonna be at the bottom. Was this the same issue that someone in the chat had issue with the bookshelves? Someone said they had issue with the bookshelves. I wonder if it was the same thing. I mean, we can do this. Let's try this out. No. That doesn't look good at all. I don't get this. I don't get this. If I'm doing it exactly like the image is showing me. No, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong piece. This piece is wrong because it has a similar, it has the same width on the bottom. What we need is the one that has different, where is it? Where is it? I feel like I'm missing pieces. How am I supposed to... We only have 2 of these. We're supposed to make a bunch of bookshelves, right? Now I'm stuck. I thought I was doing so well. Okay, we have pieces over here. Okay, there we go. So some of these, or some of these look, do they look different? Or is it all the same? Okay, there's none of these that, they all look the same at the bottom piece. Okay, let's skip that then. It looks on the picture like this one here has same width on the bottom 2 legs, and this one, oh, okay, it just blocks it. Okay. It just blocks it. So we're supposed to have one of these there. I still don't get this. Does anyone have a solution to this? Because this doesn't work. The image clearly shows this orientation. I should show you as well. It shows it like this orientation, but if I do that, then it doesn't look good. Then it doesn't have the potions and everything on it. If I do this, then can I just turn the whole thing around? I also don't get how this... Yeah, so this is supposed to go like this, right? I guess I can I just turn it around? I guess I can. So this is supposed to go like this. It becomes a little shelf. Let's do these first, because these are going to be here. There's no question about that. We do them all the way in. There we go. So this is done. We'll do that for all of these. So then we have that done. There's no other way to do them than this. Maybe I just put the sides on them. Ah. Okay, so yeah, they should be like this. Yeah, so I should just be able to turn it around, right? Doesn't matter which side it goes to. As long as I see the potions and all the things on the bookshelf, that's the important thing. So it doesn't matter. As long as I just do this, then I'm fine. Oh, yeah, exactly, Doug. It's supposed to be a little recessed. Like it should, yeah. Okay, then it all makes sense. So now I just need the top piece here, which will be like this. And then this comes in here. There we go. And then I put the bottom piece, and I can see why this is a little tricky. You're gonna have a lot of fingers. Okay. All right. Can we do that? And then we'll put this piece on here. Oh, yeah. This will work. I was thinking about this, like, what is this for? But I get it now. It's for the back piece. Ah, this was way easier than it looked. Okay, so if you ever do this, don't go into my thinking of whole orientation. Just put it in like this. Let's put the two middle pieces first. And then like that. And then we lock it all together with the back piece. And I don't think it matters. Well, we're just going to see this side because it's going to stand against the wall or whatever, right? Well, there's no walls in the game, but we can imagine. I guess that's the only thing that's not in the game, right? There's no like walls around the rooms and so on, or roof or whatever. I mean, you could take it as far as you want, but you also have to be able to play the game. Come on. Yeah, maybe the instructions were printed before the... I wouldn't want to work with making instructions like this because you gotta be so precise. If you mess something up like they did there with the table, like showing it in a different way than it actually looks, then people like me sit here at home and it's like, what? Am I doing something wrong? There we go. We're so close. We're so close to making it. Come on. There we go. We have a bookshelf. Nice. Even Drako seems impressed. And that's not an easy thing to impress that little guy. Let's do that. I mean, it says it doesn't need any glue, but I guess it would have in some ways helped if we were gluing some pieces, I guess, because then we would like glue that there and it's stuck there. And I am happy not having to glue though. And that. And it doesn't matter which one it is, right? Well, it does, because they look, yeah, it looks like they have a front and a back, so. There we go. Just need a back piece here. And I realized that you need to help this one out a little bit. Like when you come to the tricky part, you need to, yeah, this was no problem. You might need to like lift these little things out a little bit so that it can work its way down. So second bookshelf is done. So we'll just keep going. And again, as I said earlier, it's so good because the more things we get done, the fewer pieces we have, and it's easier to find whatever we need. And that's not the right orientation. It needs to go that way. There we go. Kind of like having a little bit of music in the background for my videos. I never do. Like when I do board game playthroughs, some people, I've seen some channels do that. They put on music in the background. I always felt it feels weird, like it's disturbing. If I'm gonna like learn a game, I'm trying to learn a game. But for games like for playthroughs, maybe that is a good idea. It's just, I don't know. I think people are split there. I think some people don't like that. Some people do. I always have like music in the background when I play games, soloing or whatever. I usually have that, but then I have music that I wouldn't be able to have on a stream anyway because it's like copyrighted and so on, of course. And that's the whole tricky thing. If you're gonna have like music, then you need to make sure it's, well, you don't even need to make sure. YouTube will just stop you right away if it's copyrighted. But then you get strikes and whatever. It's like it's a bit scary as a YouTuber to use music unless you're sure where it comes from and all that. I do remember when I did the unboxing for the Godfather board game. I tried it out to have like in the intro I put the Godfather music, and Drako had his little fedora hat on, which he looks great in, of course. He thinks he looks like Tom Vassell in that one. But then that was just a few seconds. So I think that's why it was fine for YouTube. I think there's like some kind of limit on how long. Oh yeah, Doug is saying that he thinks the music is distracting during playthrough. I kind of agree, I guess. I mean, it has to be really low. It has to be like just in the background. But I mean, it depends on what it is. I think it would be weird for like, I don't know, a Euro game or whatever, and then there's like music there that someone just picked because they think it's thematic to Mediterranean trading, whatever. Especially if I'm gonna learn a game. Like if I'm just watching for entertainment, that's different, I think, for me than just if I'm doing a, oh, look at this, I put this to the wrong side. Wow, did I do that with multiples? Oh no, 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 no. I don't want to discover that now. Look at this. This one is not the same. This side is straight and this side is a little rounded, and that's supposed to be in the front. Not that it matters, I guess, but I'm not, yeah, once I assemble this, I'm not going to go back and reassemble it, so. Did I do that with the other ones? That one is okay. No, this one is backwards. Okay, we'll fix that. Yeah, this one is okay. Yeah, this one is backwards. Yeah, it also, like, I don't know. Like, it's just that I've been, for a month now, I've been doing the Gloomhaven digital every day. And then you have the music all the time, so you get kind of used to it. Like, and then you don't have the music. I filmed the unboxing for Terraforming Mars, the big box, this morning. And it was so quiet. Like, it was weird to not have the music, because I got used to it. Let's just fix this top part here. It should be fairly easy to do. Just remove the back piece and switch this one around because it will look better in the long run. There we go. I don't want to have one of these that look bad. There you go. Yeah, it looks better. It's also the flat side here will fit better against the back piece, so I think it would be tighter together here. Yeah, there we go. So get it good tight so you don't get a gap in the back there. All right, bookshelves are done. Whew, okay. Trees seems super easy. So we have a base, And there's two that are the same, and there's one that is more mossy, so I'll make sure to separate them. That is the mossy ones, as we can clearly see. These are not, so this just goes like this. And in here. These trees look really nice, I think. They really look like they're dead or whatever. Like, you know, like scary trees or whatever, like in a dead forest that burnt down or whatever. Like, it's just, yeah. They look fitting for this kind of game. Exactly, like the Gloomhaven stream was, it's just thematic. Oh, they even have some mushrooms on this one here, on the bottom of the tree. I mean, if there's music that comes with the game, like this music right now is, you know, it's a given that I can use it. I don't need to think about that because it's part of the app. I mean, this looks really good. Look at this. This actually looks like a real tree, right? It's very well made here, the graphic layout or the artwork. So yeah, there's the trees. That's done. Then we have the gates. And then we use these cool pieces. I think this looks amazing with, like, it's even blood on the grate, right? Okay, so do we have I have one that is like golden. I guess that's special. And then we have, well, they're all different. But only two, there's only two of these, so I guess the other doors, are the other doors? Oh, okay, now I get it. There's two there and two for this, okay. So this is a separate one, it's not the same thing. But I still don't get where there's 4 doors then. So this can stand on its own like this. But why do we have 4 doors? Oh, yeah, I guess we have different doors, depending, like, to make them look a bit more interesting, they just made different doors, right? Yeah, of course. Do they have different bases? No. No, this is, yeah, it's just these wooden bases no matter what, so. So I guess you put the doors, I thought they were like connected to the iron grating or whatever it's called. But I guess you just put them in the doorway, right? Or in the archway. Let's try that out. Does that work? If I have this here, I guess it does. Well, it's a bit smaller, but still. I guess we can have it like this. Okay, so door number 1 is ready. And door number 2. Oh yeah, that's what it's called, portcullis. Like an iron gate, right? Like they pull up and down. But aren't they supposed to be? I thought they were gonna go this way, so they were gonna go down like that, and that's why there's blood here, because they. But that's not how it works, I guess. In this. Okay, so all the doors are done, and we move on to treasure chests. There's 4 of these, and they also have different styles on the top, which I do like. I don't think that will matter in the actual gameplay. I think you just take one of them, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Buster. Yeah, that's probably true. That could be that it could be different if it's a stream or if I save the video and so on. Yeah, I never encountered that, but that's probably possible. I never understood. That's why I'm not on Twitch. I got a Twitch account, and then I stopped it. Like, I was thinking about expanding to Twitch and have both and like cross post, cross stream, but I got rid of that idea because I hate that these things don't stay around. Like if I make a video today, I want it to be on the internet for forever. Otherwise, I feel like I don't know. I never got that thing. I never understood that thing where you just stream and then it's gone. Like, but maybe that's because I'm coming from YouTube background, right? So now we got to figure out. These look different, so we need to have the right base for the right chest. And that's obviously that one. Oh yeah, that's not too hard. That's that one. Okay. So these will light grayish go with this light grayish metal on top here. Then we just put them in like that. This is a sensitive piece though, I think, because you can bend it like this. Or you're supposed to bend it like that. But that looks pretty good on the side there. So yeah. Yeah, I guess I would say we don't really have a tradition in the board gaming hobby of music. Like, I know, like my friends, my gaming groups, they never want to have like a background music when we play board games. Because they want to sit around and focus or whatever. So, for computer games or like app-driven games or whatever, I feel like it's really a good addition to the game. You know, like atmosphere and feeling. I mean, music can do all that. Like, I remember the Mansion of Madness app, the music in that one, and the XCOM app. That's like stressful music when you're doing a real-time game. That's amazing. How that stresses you on. Like you weren't enough stressed anyway in that game, but I really need to play XCOM the board game sometime soon. Still have it in my collection. With the expansion as well. So there we go. The blue. My camera having trouble focus today. I don't understand why. I haven't changed any settings or anything. Blue-ish chest. Then we do the golden one, sort of. Carefully separating these without breaking anything. Yeah, I mean, I could have done all of this off cam. But I must say I'm having a good time doing this on cam. It's not going to be a new thing though on the channel. I'm not going to punch board games in live streams on a regular basis. That would be weird. But for this game, I feel it's a little bit thematic as well. Like we're preparing here together. We're going to do this campaign together. People keep watching, you know. You're part of the adventure from the start. This is part of the adventure, setting everything up. Yeah, it stresses you out to watch me do the chest because I have to break this little thing in pieces. Get it rounded. It's like just the perfect amount of force required. If you do too much, you're gonna break stuff. If you do too little, it's not gonna work. There we go. Yeah, nice solid side. And then we have the other one. I know, like for the insert, for the board game custom insert, like for me, Raptor or Folded Space, there's a lot of YouTube channels, or a bunch of them, that are doing, like they're assembling the whole insert on camera, but they do this like time lapse, right? So it's speeded up. But I never understood the point of that. Like I always just assemble on my own, sitting back, having some music, some coffee, whatever, relaxing. And then I just make a review and show you how it looks. Like you don't need to see how it's assembled. They also have that on their website and so on already with like instructional videos. So, all right, that's the treasure chest. We're almost done. We're almost done, people. We're getting to the end. Well, this guy's gonna be at the end. That's gonna be the massive thing. Oh, this game is bigger than you expected. That's cool to hear. I'm happy to hear that. I was a little bit worried that this would be Well, I mean, if I'm going to do like a playthrough series, I want it to be huge. I want it to be going on for over Christmas and all that, when I have a lot of time, and I know a lot of people are watching YouTube as well. So we're going to do stairs. These look pretty easy to do. We have one, let's see, no, these are not different. I already checked that. So they go like this. Then we want to have a piece on the top, which is these. So that's like that. There we go. And you go here. And I mean, after we're done with this playthrough, I'm gonna do Sleeping Gods, which I think is huge as well. I think Sleeping Gods is a huge campaign. That's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna have these, like, I'm gonna have one game at a time, basically, that I'm doing a playthrough series on. And doing these streams a few times a week. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be the new style of the channel, really. But then I'll, of course, also have the occasional, like, other game. Like, do some Terraforming Mars or whatever. Like, there's so many good games out there. Or, like, newer games, whatever. One game that I am looking forward to that's showing up here next week is the, from Asmodee, is the Wrath of the Lich King, the new pandemic game that's based on World of Warcraft. That's gonna be fun. But that's one of those games where I'm not gonna do, obviously I'm not gonna do like a series of videos. It's just gonna be one playthrough video with Drako. We're gonna try to save Azeroth Drako. We already done it back in 2006, but now we need to do it in a board game. I did everything in World of Warcraft back in the days. That's like, I'm turning 40 on Wednesday, and one of my proudest moments in my life is that we defeated Niramas with like a full raid. And I'm not joking, I really thought that was cool. Okay, maybe we should do it. Maybe we shouldn't have done the top piece first, because that makes it harder to reach the other things. I'm a little bit worried that the top piece doesn't feel like it's sitting there well enough. It's gonna have to, like, there's nothing that will stabilize the top piece. It's gonna be on its own. Like, if we have it like this, it's fine, I guess. But it's like, well, we can lift it in that. But like, yeah, I guess we shouldn't. Like, we should be careful about messing with the top piece here, because it feels a little bit, like the other pieces have multiple sides that they connect with. But the top piece only connect down, so. Then we take another one. Oh, Doug, have you played through the Sleeping Gods? And I'm sorry again if you have on the channel and I haven't seen it and all that. There's too much to watch and too many channels, and I'm doing my own stuff. And yeah, I do watch your channel from time to time though. There we go. There's the staircase. So we'll just keep doing more of them. What is it, 4 in total? Yeah. I think we're gonna start from the bottom instead. I think this is smarter. So we get, otherwise we're blocking ourselves. Yeah, it's like a new pandemic game, but it's not exactly pandemic. You have some die rolling, I think, and you're like fighting monsters, like the undead or whatever they are. But it's like the base, you have the thing where you like, oh, you draw the cards each round, you infect sort of, or show goals will show up. And then the goals, like, instead of outbreaks, you have like abomination showing up, which is one of my favorite things from the Warcraft universe. They're so funny, especially in Warcraft 3. I think I really like the abominations. Just go around and you can even see that they smell bad with all the flies flying around them. So those guys are in the game, which is going to be awesome. And then the heroes, I think, are like, I think you can play like the actual heroes from the Warcraft universe. Oh, that's a good idea, Doug. Doug is saying we could put a little bit of glue on these to keep them together. I'll probably do that. Well, I'll do that off cam then. I have some glue laying around somewhere from doing the folded space insert. So yeah, that's a good idea. Just to make them a bit more sturdy here. Because they're going to be in the box, and I'm going to pull them off out of the box and then put them back into the box and all that. And I don't want them to start falling apart or getting damaged. They feel, I mean, they feel better now than at what I thought at first, because it's really well made. This, must say that. Wow, this production is really, really good. And this game is also competing for me right now. We are getting close to the end of the year, so just before New Year's Eve, I will do my top games of 2021, like I do every year. And you know, this is one of the competitors to make it into that. I'll also try to play a few more other games that are new for this year. I haven't played that many games that were released this year. I played a lot of like 2020 games this year and 2019 and so on. It's always like that. There's always a delay, right? And especially in these days when I can't play that much with my gaming group, it just doesn't, you know, it just doesn't add up to get that many games played. And when we meet up, we also want to play our old classics, like we played Terraforming Mars the other day and so on. So yeah, new games have a hard time to get on the table, unless they're solo games. Then it's way easier if you can play them solo, or if I play them with Drako and so on, co-op games and whatnot. But oh, you see the tables, these little things? Yeah, maybe. These feel very sturdy though, I don't know. Or maybe you mean these tables, I guess. I mean, I am lucky in the sense a lot of people, of course, are gaming on like the kitchen table or whatever, so they need to pull down the game. Or like the little living room table. Since I have my studio here, I can just, when I put this down, I don't need to put it like into the box and put the box closed and put it in my shelf, because I have kids that's gonna go to it or wherever, or a cat or something. That's the pro of having a pet dragon. I can recommend that. But anyway, so like I can just put these on the side and then film other stuff on the table and then put them back. So it's not like I need to move them as much as most people have to. Now we're almost done. We have some of these pieces left. Oh, this is not actually, okay, this is actually a map piece. So it goes into the map piece pile. But we still have a bunch of pillars. Where are these supposed to go then? They are not part of this, so... Oh, there they are. Yeah, columns. Okay. Here we have so much. All these little cardboard pieces, thingies that drop off and get stuck in the playmat, all like that. Oh yeah, the larger tables, yeah. Yeah, because these feel a bit wobbly, to be honest. Oh, it's even getting loose now. Yeah, I should glue these. Yeah, I can really see that being needed. So I'm gonna fix that off cam though. Only buy games that can be played solo full co-op. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Okay, so this is they look different as well, which is cool. This is like bloody on it. There's the moss and all that. There's some bones. So we have some pairs here basically. And then we have the pieces here that also needs to fit for the pairs to make sense. I guess we could just mix and match this as we want, but I guess it looks nicer if they... wait, how many do we use for each? Do we use... Oh, it's different. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, this is a puzzle. So what do we need? What are we looking for? We're looking for a piece like this that stands on the bottom. Then we take another piece like that. That forms a small column, all right? So what's the side force then? Or are they just supposed to be... Oh, now I get it. Yeah, the columns need to be right because it matters in gameplay. And I think I got it. Because some of these pieces have little cutouts here. I think we're supposed to be able to put them like this. Like that. And then we can start making actual 3D terrain, right? Because the columns will keep these pieces up. That's so cool. Alright. But I don't know if like I think the artwork is just to make it different. Like this one has skulls on it. I don't think it matters which one. Exactly, we use them to support the floors. So like this one has a skull there, or a, whatever it is, a demon head. But I don't think that matters because not all the bottoms have it anyway. I think it's just to make it look nice. The notch with the gargoyle head. Slightly taller than the other notch. Oh, it is. Okay, so I didn't put it on right then. Okay. So wait, how am I supposed to find... Ah, okay, I need to find the right base then? Ah, okay, here we go. I need to have the right base. So here's a... Is this the right one? No, they're all... Oh, they're... No, they're supposed to be like that, right? Does matter, okay. I don't see these being different though. What do we have? 3, 6, 8, 3, 6, 8. So we have... Okay. But is it supposed to be a height difference? No, I need to... Okay, yeah, I probably just need to press them. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just need to make sure it goes all the way down so that this lines... so this lines up. Because... Yeah, there we go. So if I have... Not those, maybe, but if I have... I guess it can connect, like... on the side as well, then, somehow? Huh, cool. Alright. Well, I mean, these are easy to deassemble if I find out later that I can't build a map or whatever. You place on top of stairs, you use the notch with the gargoyle head. When I place the top of the stairs... Oh, I'm confused. But we'll see. I'm gonna see how it works when we play. And I can... These are also easy to just deassemble if I need to, and yeah. But I think this this looks correct, so. So we're almost done. We're just gonna do the big bone piece. The tile that goes on top of the stairs. Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the stairs of course have to have a tile at this height. So then the pillar is here. And like connects them so that, yeah, okay, I get it. Cool. This is innovative stuff here. Like, I don't think this exists in... I don't know, maybe it exists in some other board game. I'm not that, you know, well versed in the whole dungeon crawler genre, so there's a bunch of like Kickstarter games and so on out there that I never played. Which in general though, I don't like it if it's too much die rolling. Like I like it in this one and in like Star Wars Imperial Assault because you have different dice for different things, and then this is even more streamlined. In Imperial Assault, you had like, or I think in Old Descent as well, you had like the, like, oh, do you have, are you good at range? Then you have like a range die, but that one had lesser damage on it. In this one, it's just like 2 different dice, well 3, but so it's. I think this is more streamlined as well. All right, that's that now, and that's already assembled. So let's get into this one. This looks tricky, but maybe it's not. There's a lot of small pieces though. So we start off with the head. This is like paleontology or whatever it's called when you're trying to assemble dinosaur skeletons. Okay, so we have wings, we have the backbone, we have the tail. So where's the head? How do we build the head? It shows all these small ones. We have, okay, so this goes on the big tail. Yeah, column. Oh yeah, there's a lot of. Oh, so this, okay, so this is like the backbone. Yeah, of course, it's not a tail. Okay, so this goes here. And then all of these small ones go here, form the backbone. Like so. How many is it? Is it 5? Yep. Alright, so far so good. Then this stands on this. Alright, so now it can stand by itself. Yeah, this wasn't that tricky. Then we have the wings. And I guess this one goes over here. Like so. Dragon head sub-assembly. Oh yeah, it's on top here, yeah. So there we go. And we have little claws. So this is how you look on the inside, Drako, if you ever wonder. There we go. And the rest are head pieces. So we have this one, we have that one, like that. All right, take care, Doug. Thanks for the help. Okay, so that's done. Then we have the sides. So do they look the same or? No, they're different. So we have the big ones on top, like that, and like this. Alright, so the head is starting to take shape here. Then we have these pieces, so that one goes like that, obviously. So this almost feels like a painting video in some sense. That's something I wouldn't be able to do though, like do instructional painting videos. I know Doug is doing that, some people are, but I'm not good enough to do that. So, is that correct? Then the smaller one would go here. And how do they connect? They connect using these. Oh, now I see what these are. These are actual claws. They're supposed to go on the front here, on the claw, on the hands. Okay, but anyway, so this is just like that. Yeah, cool, Buster. Yeah, it's, you know, really chill doing this. Now, of course, it's gotta be chill in the actual playthrough as well, because since I haven't played the game and all that, like Gloomhaven stream, that wasn't too hard for me because I know Gloomhaven so well. This one I'm gonna have to like, oh wait, how does this work? And I'm gonna have to maybe look up some things and figure stuff out. And but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. And I don't think this game is that complicated. It's like fairly easy. I played the Star Wars Imperial Assault, and I play a lot of board games. So I think I'm fine with figure out the basics. Alright, so we have a dragon head. Sort of. And then we just need to put it on top here. Yeah, this was way easier than it looked. Like the bookshelves were harder to do than this big guy. Just need some claws here. What's the 3 on each side? So they go inwards, right? Yeah. Curious to see how this is gonna come into play. I assume it's like an obstacle, like not an obstacle, but like a, you know, terrain piece, right? It's not a living thing. But I guess that's also gonna be very cool in this game. From what I've seen of the game, you can like interact with all the terrain. Like these trees, we're gonna be able to like interact with the tree, maybe like, you know, climb it, find some fruit or whatever. We're gonna do that in the app, of course. So it's not just a decorative piece when you play. It's actually a piece, an active piece of the game, which is so cool. And that's something new from, if you compare it to like Lord of the Rings, Journeys to Middle Earth, or Mansion of Madness. Then you just have these like little tokens, like I don't know what it was called, like, you know, a clue token in Mansion of Madness. You had a little hourglass, or the spyglass. This is going to be so much cooler that instead of that you have like a tree, and then you can interact with the tree or with the treasure chest, try to pick the lock or whatever. Yeah, it's going to be so cool. I love how they improve on the system with this. If I can just get this last claw into place, I would be happy. Wow, what was that? Why was that so tricky? The last little claw, come on. Probably I put it on before we put on the hands, actually. So that's another tip for you. If you're doing this, let's pull off the hand. Let's do it this way. It's really hard to reach. Or like get it in the right orientation. Wow, it's like totally loose. Did I mess that up? I've been pulling so much on it now that there we go. Well, it's a little bit loose, but I think it's fine. This guy's not gonna move anyway. So I think that's fine. Just put that back as so. There we go. All done. All done. Let's get this out of the way. And let's do some zooming. So here we go. We start off, we have some doors. We have some archways, bookshelves, treasure chests, trees in the background, stairs, pillars, and the big dragon guy. Well, the big dragon guy is over there, but we have the dragon skeleton over there. And let's zoom out, not zoom in. There we go. So we are mostly done. Let's put this guy in the back. Yeah, we're mostly done. Now, next step here is cards, right? I think that's all we need to do. And then I'll just pack everything up. I'll do that off cam. I'll just put it in the bottom of the box and everything. I can... yeah, that's not going to be a problem. I can show you... As I mentioned earlier, I did read about this piece that you can remove also being a part of the... Like, you can turn this upside down and have it as a part of the thing. But I can do this right away. So you can see how we'll do this. So we'll just assemble this like this. Now I hope that we can fit everything, like the promo stuff in here as well. The promo miniature. And the good thing is I don't need to like move this around that much. So I'm just playing at my home in one room. And I will put everything in here now because I'm not doing this until maybe Monday. I think I will do the start of the playthrough. Still need to set up my green screen camera and that as well, because I want to have it so that you can see me rolling dice. It's going to be on top of the feed, so you can see it. It's like the green thing that I've been doing a few times the last years, where you don't see it. You don't see it being there until I do something with it. If I put a card on it or roll a die on it, then you're going to see that it's there, which is such a cool technique. It really lifted the videos, I think, when I started doing that, and I learned that from other YouTubers. But still, not everyone is doing it. Still, I don't know why. It's really easy to set up. It's a bit tricky with the settings because you have to have... What I have is I have a camera on the side of the table. It's pointing straight down at well, I do pink screen actually. I prefer that instead of green because there's so much green in board games. So I have like a pink cloth. It's looking at the pink cloth. It's on top of this feed, so you don't see it because it's all pink. But as soon as I place something there, then it pops up right here on the screen, like zoomed in as well. It's so good. So that's how I'm going to do it during the campaign, so you can see me rolling dice. And you can see the result of the die. And I can do that without having to, like, I can be in here. I can be in the app where we're fighting the monsters, right? And I can roll dice in the app, so to speak. Yeah, it's going to be super cool. I look forward to that. It was just an idea that I got last night, actually. I just realized that I could do that, because otherwise I would have to... I'm still going to have to switch back and forth a bit between the app and the table, which, you know, I can do easily like this. It's not a big deal. I just go back and forth like this. It just fades like that. But it's going to look even better when I don't need to do it for die rolling. So trees feel a bit sensitive. Oh wait, how do we... The big guy here... We need to plan for the big guy. We need to have room for it. I don't want to smash it when I... How far down do you go? You go, yeah, that goes down. I think it goes down all the way to the edge here. So that's, yeah, I think that's fine. That is a bit tricky though. I might actually, just to be safe, I'm probably going to have this on the side. I'm not going to put it in the box even. I just put it on the shelf here on the side in the studio. But it's gonna fit, like if you need to bring the games over to your friend's house or whatever, it does fit, but you need to be planning how you place the other stuff so you don't, so you save a space for it here, so it has, yeah. So I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else down here. Maybe, I mean, the game is not, the box is not meant to have this one. I guess we could put it in this though. I'd rather have it assembled, or maybe I just have him on the side as well. Yeah, I guess so. I think this is fine. We'll just leave the big one out. And there's a lot of room here, actually. Then we'll just go like this. And I don't remember how it was up here, but I guess it was something. We're gonna have like cards and stuff as well, but we can have this here on the side. And these as well. But tomorrow I will be... Oh yeah, we need to put this somewhere as well. I almost forgot. You're supposed to be able to put all of this somewhere as well, all the map pieces. So I guess you put those at the bottom, and then you put the 3D terrain on. But for me, I'm just gonna put it in here because I am gonna do stuff with this tomorrow anyway, with the painting. So I don't need to put everything together, you know, flush now. It's fine just doing it like this. And by the way, you use these as part of the terrain as well to give it a little, you know, little setting there. So that is fine. We have everything in place, like such. And then I don't need this anymore, but I'll save it together with the story stuff, just in case. I don't like throwing things away from games anyway. I am gonna read the rulebook tomorrow as well. I'll do that so I am prepared for the stream when it starts. And the only thing I'm gonna do now, which is kind of boring to watch, is I'm gonna sleeve the cards. But I'll sleeve a little bit here. It's gonna be pretty quick. It's not that many cards. And I'm also gonna figure out this, like replacing with the replacement cards. This was basically like the promo things that have different artwork. I don't really know how much that matters at all, but it's here, so why not do it, because it could be fun. Oh yeah, so they go together in pairs, right? So you have them, this is so cool, like you're gonna have them sleeved like this, and then you can flip between the two weapons. So we have 6 characters, and that's why there's 12 cards here. We don't need this card. And yeah, the reason we enable them in the app is so that the app will have them look like this as well. I don't know how much that matters, to be honest, but let's see if we can find the... Let's see, let's do this. Let's see if we can find the old ones, so to speak, and just do a little comparison. So this will be a mini game here, and whoever gets the difference first in the chat will get some glory and fame virtually. So let's start off with, I think we already looked at this, so let's start off with those. We just look for the color, really. So it's that's there. Okay, so we already talked about the mirror blades, and it's the handles that are different, which means this one is out. Then we want to find the bloodwood bow, so here it is. So difference. It's pretty obvious, I guess. I mean, they're all the stats and everything. The text is the same. But I guess the new bow looks... I don't know. I thought this one actually looks cooler than... No, wait. Which one is which one? Oh, this is the new one. Yeah, this looks cooler. Then this was like more dark wood or whatever. Okay, so bloodwood bow is out. Then we want to find these knives here. And okay, so old one, new one, a bit more colorful. Cooler daggers. So we'll get that out. Then we have Shadow Claw Gauntlet, and same there, really. So the Cthulhu old ones. So the old one looks a bit dull. This one has like purple, nice color on it. Okay. Then we go to the Glimmering Staff. So, or Glimmering Wand. So there's the old one and the new one. What? So the old one looks like a whitish wand, and the new one looks like a little stick. That actually, okay. And the crooked staff. Oh wow! On this one, I don't know. I think the original one looks cooler, like with the bend there. This is just a straight up staff. I don't know, but I am replacing everything just because it's fun since I have it here. True aim crossbow is next up. So true aim crossbow. And new one. Okay, this looks better. This has some goldish style instead of the wood. Alright. And then double-headed hammer. And all of these items can be upgraded to another side as well, so they get stronger, which is cool. And the same thing here. Even though I think this one looks pretty good, This one looks good already, but the new one looks even cooler with the gold. I guess it's just a matter of taste. And then we have a staff. Well, not a staff, a war bell. So it's the Iron Thorn war bell, old style, new style. Okay. I am replacing them all. Riverwatch Spear. So Riverwatch Spear, old style, and new style. Now I wonder if these match the characters though, like the actual miniatures, because they do have a certain weapon in a certain way. So, I mean, I hope they match, otherwise it's gonna look weird. So I think that was that everything? No, we have the blades as well. Warden's Blade. Okay, old Warden's Blade. Much cooler with the new one. That looks way cooler. And weighted Warhammer. Same there. Not that exciting. New one with gold and jewels and stuff in it. Okay, so we removed 12 cards. I'll put them to the side somewhere. And I guess these are items we can get as we go, right? And these are the starting items. So what we'll do now then, and now I'm actually going to refer to the Learn to Play just so I don't mess it up. But I think I know how this works. I've seen it. You take both of here's weapon cards, stacked together and placed into a single card sleeve. This pair of sleeve, yeah. And then we make sure it is not upgraded, yeah. So if we take the bow here, we'll pull out some matte sleeves. Yeah, Buster likes the old one. I can see that though. I can see that, you know. I'm all cult of the new. If we can get new weapons for a game that I haven't even played, I'm gonna do it. So the bow is on its not upgraded side, yeah. There we go. So put that in the sleeve. I love that we have so good. Thank you, Eric from Game Maniacs. If you're watching this, he's probably watching this afterwards. For sending me, I didn't even ask for this. He just sent me these sleeves as well. That's so nice of him. So because he knew I was going to do it on camera, obviously. So then I don't want to have the glary sleeves. I think these were glary at least. Yeah, the ones that come with the game are glary. So we'll just put them to the side. And there we go. So now we have a combined, you can just flip this, a combined weapon there for that character. Now, I don't know if we're going to play all the characters. I don't know how it works, if we can switch back and forth or whatever. I hope so. So we can experience all the 6 different characters in the game. It's not like you unlock characters, but still. And there we go. And we don't have the upgraded side. That's the important thing. And we do the same for the knives. I guess the difference really, like this looks a bit more like a nobleman or whatever. If you wanna, I don't know the backstory of the characters and all that yet. But I guess if they are more like peasants fighting or whatever, then maybe it looks out of place to have those goldish things on their weapons. I like this idea. This is so also innovative. I don't think I've seen any board game do this. And then I assume that if we upgrade the double-headed hammer, we just flip this card in the sleeve. So then we will still have a basic true aim crossbow, but we'll have an upgraded double-headed hammer. So that's such a cool idea. Alright, so that's done. Then we need to pair them or put them together with everything else that is related to the characters. So like this goes here. That goes there. And this is just me basing stuff out of hundreds of board game plays, that this is how it works. This is the logical conclusion. Then we have some runes and whatnot. I don't know what its spoiler is here either, so sorry if I'm spoiling anything. Now I don't know with these, I don't think there's I don't know, is there a point to sleeve these though? Hey Nick, we're doing sleeving videos tonight. I'm gonna sleeve 3,500 cards. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm sleeving a little bit here for descent, getting prepared. And you just missed me assembling all these 3D cardboard terrain like this. So you gotta rewind, Nick, and watch all that. That's very therapeutic to sit down and watch that. You can watch it together with your bird. I think the bird is gonna like it. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna sleeve this card because I don't think this card will ever act on its own with a sleeve. I think this will be part of another sleeve. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put them together like this until I know. If the case is that we will have multiple weapons at the same time and everything, I'll just have the sleeves ready and I can just sleeve on the go while we are playing, right? So it's not a problem. However, all of these like potions, they also have two sides. Huh. Yeah, I am gonna sleeve these. I'd rather sleeve too much than too little, right? Yeah, you do, Nick. You need to shapen up. You need to be sitting at your computer ready, just waiting for Board Games with Niramas to start a stream and just click it instantly, so you don't miss a second. Exactly, the game doesn't come with that many sleeves, right? But the sleeves that come with the game are not supposed to be for like sleeving all the cards. It's supposed to be... How many sleeves are there? They're supposed to be for the... There's 8. Yeah, that's true. So it's only 8. So it's like 6 characters, right? And then you have 2 extras. So we need to sleeve everything else, I think. Like, unless you use the same sleeve to put multiple stuff in and so on, I guess. But we'll sleeve these cards. If it comes to that, then I will de-sleeve them. Which it's not that fun to de-sleeve. But this is not that many cards, to be honest. I mean, if you sleeve Marvel Champions, then this is nothing. So, sleeving video for the first time on the channel. This has been a interesting evening. It's been a lot of first on the channel stuff. Like punching cardboard and all those exciting things you can do with a board game. These I will sleeve though. I will just sleeve 2. No, I'm sleeving everything. Because what I do is like I will probably never play this with my friends. Based on how the game works. So why would I need more than 2 because they're two-sided? Well, if I ever the day comes when I sell the game, I don't want to sell a game where like, oh, I only sleeved it for 2 players. Like, why not? You have a bunch of sleeves. These wounds, I don't know if I can shuffle these or if I'm gonna put them in the same order as they came in. Now, the main reason people sleeve their games is because they're gonna shuffle cards, right? Like a deck builder or whatever. In this game, I don't think we shuffle these, but I like sleeves. I like the feeling of sleeves. I like having sleeves on cards. Well, that's actually not true. The main reason people sleeve games is because they're gonna protect the cards. That's how sleeves were invented, right? To protect like magic cards or whatever. For board games, though, I don't think it makes that much sense. Like, how often do you damage your cards? So you need, like, sleeves cost money. You can just buy a new game in that case. And after a few years, if it gets worn down, I don't know. I never play a game that many times. Well, actually, that's not true. Terraforming Mars. I have re-sleeved Terraforming Mars because the sleeves were getting so busted up after all the uses. And it's nice to sleeve cards, I agree. It's a nice process. I just enjoy sleeving cards. Why am I... by the way, let's zoom out like that. You know, like I really enjoy sleeving games. If it's a good sleeves, these are nice fit and everything. I had problems with Marvel Champions. That's the last game, the big game that I have sleeved. That was like 2,000 cards something. And the sleeves, the Argentinian board game sleeves for that, the matte ones at least, oh, I think it's the same size. They were a little bit too big and that was so annoying to me. But yeah. Okay, the first part of your sentence makes sense, Nick. So Nick is saying he sleeves his games because it's cold in Michigan in the winter. And I can also play the games in the bathtub. Well, first of all, what does cold have to do with anything? Oh yeah, you have to sleeve Red Rising. That's one of those. I give any game that you shuffle cards in. I never riffle shuffle or that. Like I used to play poker back in the days. I am good at riffle shuffling and I'm used to it, but no, for some reason when it comes to board games, like no, that doesn't feel right. I want to, you know, take care of my cards. It's not like a deck of cards like for poker, you can just throw it away and get another one. But what does the cold have to do with sleeving, Nick? I don't get that part. Do you want them to not get cold, the cards? So they have a little jacket on? Is that it? The bathtub, that makes sense though, because I know you play a lot of games in your bathtub, so that makes perfect sense that you want to protect your cards. However, I don't think they're going to be waterproof, because there's still like an opening up here. I don't think, have you thought about that? The water can still get in. So if you have them under the water in the bathtub, I don't think it's going to help. I'm sorry to bust your bubble there, but... Well, you can use short sleeves. I never used short sleeves. I guess you do, Nick, where you like cut them off and then you just have a half sleeve for the cards. I don't see the point of that, but if that's what you're into, then whatever floats your boat, right? That's true. That's also a thing with sleeving cards. You don't want them to get marked in some games, I guess. And again, I mean, that would make sense for poker, where it's really important that they are not marked. But what you do in poker is just, like, if you're at the casino and they think a card is marked, they just throw the deck away. Just put in another deck, because it's so cheap. Even with the premium decks and so on, it's still cheap for them compared to how much money they make. So, there we go. I think it's just, oh, these... I don't know about these runes. I don't know. These runes came with the weapons. I'll just put them here on sleeve for now, and we'll see if they're gonna be in a sleeve later. These though, armor and such, we'll just leave everything here. This is the last stack though, so I need to get some dinner as well, so I'm gonna have to end the stream soon. But it's been a productive stream. Got a lot of things done. The game it's almost ready. It's not ready though, because I still want to do some wash on the miniatures, a little bit of paint, so that they look a bit more, I don't know. They look, I like how the details pop when you put on some wash. I'm gonna experiment if I'm gonna use like sepia or the Earthshade brown or maybe black even, but I don't think black will be good on these. Huh, Buster's saying that a sleeve on a card is worse than not having a sleeve. If you mean if it comes in here, then it would be like, I don't know, create a little pool of liquid, I guess. I also had to think, like, I had some game group way back in the days, and they were like sleeving their cards, and then they were eating like potato chips or whatever while playing, and they were like, well, we have sleeves, it's not a problem. Problem is, if you get fat on sleeves, it's even worse than having fat on cards, because they will get stuck together in the stack, which is so disgusting. I never eat stuff at the board game table. It doesn't... Well, I guess you can eat if you have... You can eat dry stuff, like things that don't get messy. I'm trying to understand if that's a joke, Aegis. Maybe it's my English, my lack of English skills. That so basically, Aegis is saying that he's 1/4 xenomorph. Sleeves are essential. Do they have sleeves in Alien? You mean like sleeves for the eggs, or sleeves for? I guess the eggs need sleeves, right? In a sense, gooey sleeves. So the little xenomorph can grow in there. I can't even remember the last time that anyone spilled anything. Like, we always had drinks at the table, but people are very careful with that. Like on the board game. Like spilling something on a board game, I don't think it ever happened in my game group even. I know some game groups, they do like these grip stop or whatever bottles. I know the game night show, the Board Game Geek game night show, they all use those custom, or like the bottles, and I guess they put whatever Coke or whatever they have in that, because then if it falls over, it won't spill out. But Aegis, I don't think board game sleeves are gonna stop the acid from the aliens though. Hey Mason, hi and good night. If you want to watch me build 3D terrain and not understand how to assemble it, you can rewind the video or watch it later and have a good laugh. And now, this is something that people complain on with sleeves, that the old, it's hard to make stacks of cards. The trick is though to have a little bit of fat on your fingers, which every human has, I guess. So once we use the cards a bit, it's not going to be a problem anymore, which is also disgusting if you think about it. But that's all the cards. It's not that many cards for this game, to be honest. That was everything. So right there. We'll see how this works. It's actually so few cards. I was planning to have my E-Raptor card holder. I have a bunch of different card holders. I was planning to have that while playing. I'll probably have it, but I don't know. I don't think we're gonna pull that many cards during gameplay as well. Because that's also a cool thing with this game. Instead of having some resources and whatnot on a card and giving it to you from the game, the app keeps track of stuff. So the app knows that you might have items or like, potions or stuff. And that way, and then you can look in the app and see, that's a cool thing. So, still have some sleeves left over. I'm happy for that. I like building up my sleeve. I have a whole drawer with just sleeves in it. And it just keeps building up. Alright, so yeah, this is the whole game, which is kind of amazing. Few tokens and a few cards. And then the whole terrain and miniatures, but yeah. So tomorrow I am going to get these a little bit freshened up with some wash. And then Monday I'm planning to start the playthrough stream, because on Sunday I'm doing my top 50 games of all, the top 100 games of all time, but it's the 50 that are left, like 50 to 26. I'm doing 25 games on Sunday. How many sleeves were that? Oh, that's good information actually. There was 3 boxes. But now remember, I haven't sleeved all of these because I don't know if they are gonna be sleeved. So I might need more. These are, was it 50? Yeah, it is. So 145 or something is what I used so far. I don't know. Maybe I'll sleeve these, or maybe they just like, oh, you replace this in the sleeve. I don't know how that's gonna work. Oh, there's a lot of monsters in here. We even have the big guy, the Dragon Lord, whatever he is. Alright, thank you to everyone who's been watching this 3-hour setup stream, which sounds silly, but it's been fun, and I hope you had fun as well. And I'll see you all on Monday, I think. Maybe Tuesday, but I think Monday. I think I'll do Monday plus Tuesday, so back-to-back days to stream, because I will have stuff set up on the table and all that. Now it's dinner time, so take care everyone. Have a great evening or morning, or whenever you're watching. Bye bye.